The year is 1610. In the heart of Europe, amidst the rugged terrain of what is now Slovakia, stands a fortress that has seen centuries pass by. This is Kaktice Castle, a place where history and legend intertwine, creating a tapestry of mystery and fear. A chill wind howls through the Carpathian Mountains, whipping fallen leaves against the imposing walls of Kaktice Castle. The castle, perched high on a hilltop, seems to defy the very elements, standing as a silent sentinel over the surrounding landscape. The once grand facade is now crumbling, consumed by creeping ivy and shrouded in an almost palpable sense of dread. The stones, weathered by time and neglect, tell a story of a bygone era, of grandeur now lost to the ravages of time. The locals whisper tales of screams echoing from within, of flickering lights seen in the dead of night. These stories, passed down through generations, have only added to the castle's ominous reputation. They speak of Countess Elizabeth Bathory. They call her the Blood Countess. Her name is synonymous with terror, her deeds etched into the annals of history as some of the most gruesome ever recorded. Few dare to approach the castle anymore. The path leading to its gates is often deserted, a silent testament to the fear that still grips the hearts of those who live nearby. It is a place of secrets, of unspeakable horrors whispered to be true. The interior, with its dark hallways and shadowy corners, seems to hold on to the memories of the past, refusing to let them go. The very stones seem to ooze with the weight of its sinister history. Each brick, each piece of mortar seems to carry the echoes of the past, of the countless souls who have walked these halls. A darkness lingers here, a stain upon the land that time itself cannot wash away. It is a place where the past and present coexist, where the shadows of history are ever present, casting a long, dark shadow over the land. Elizabeth Bathory. Her name, once spoken with reverence, now inspires terror and revulsion. She was born into nobility, a beacon of beauty and wealth. Yet, beneath this veneer of privilege lurked a darkness, a thirst that whispered of ancient unholy rituals. The Countess has become a specter, a figure spoken of in hushed tones. Some believe her to be a monster, a demon in human form. Others whisper of conspiracies, of jealous rivals seeking to destroy her. The truth, like the woman herself, remains elusive. But her legend, steeped in blood and fear, continues to haunt the ages. Elizabeth Bathory entered this world swaddled in velvet and silk. Born to one of Hungary's most powerful families, she knew nothing but luxury and indulgence. Her lineage was impeccable, her beauty renowned. She was destined for greatness, or so it seemed. Her childhood was one of lavish banquets and courtly intrigue. She was educated in philosophy, mathematics, and the arts. She spoke several languages fluently, but even amidst this opulence, a darkness stirred within her. There was a hunger in her eyes, a fascination with the macabre that whispered of a soul not at peace. As Elizabeth matured, the darkness within her deepened. She developed a morbid curiosity, a fascination with alchemy and the occult. She sought knowledge from forbidden texts, delving into the mysteries of life and death. Rumors began to circulate of strange practices within the castle walls, whispers of missing peasant girls, their disappearances shrouded in secrecy. The Countess, once admired for her beauty, was now regarded with suspicion and fear. Her descent into darkness had begun. Section 5, Crimson Confessions, Tales of Torture and Terror. The accusations against Elizabeth Bathory are not for the faint of heart. They speak of unspeakable acts committed within the castle's depths. Young peasant girls lured with promises of work, only to meet a gruesome end. They say the Countess bathed in the blood of virgins, believing it held the key to eternal youth. They describe torture chambers, filled with instruments of unimaginable cruelty. The stories, passed down through generations, paint a portrait of a woman consumed by madness, a monster who reveled in the suffering of innocence. Section 6. The accusation whispers turn to screams. For years, whispers of the Countess's atrocities remained just that, whispers, confined to the shadows of the Carpathian Mountains. The locals spoke in hushed tones, fearful of the repercussions that might follow if their words reached the wrong ears. The Countess, with her noble lineage and immense power, seemed untouchable, her dark deeds hidden behind the thick stone walls of her castle. But whispers have a way of turning into screams. The fear that once silenced the villagers began to wane as more and more disturbing tales emerged. The once quiet corridors of the castle now echoed with the cries of the innocent, their voices growing louder with each passing day. And in 1610, the screams finally reached the ears of those who could no longer ignore them. The officials, grim-faced and determined, gathered at the castle gates, their discussions filled with the gravity of the situation. The castle servants, once loyal and silent, now found themselves in distress, torn between fear and the need for justice. The accusations came from multiple sources, servants who claimed to have witnessed the horrors firsthand, their whispers now turning into desperate pleas for help. They spoke of unspeakable acts, of young girls disappearing into the night, never to be seen again. The fear in their eyes was palpable, their voices trembling as they recounted the horrors they had seen. Families of missing girls desperate for answers. The village was filled with grief-stricken parents, their faces etched with sorrow and desperation. They had lost their daughters to the darkness of the castle, and their cries for justice grew louder with each passing day. The weight of their loss hung heavy in the air, a constant reminder of the Countess's reign of terror. Finally, King Matthias II of Hungary ordered an investigation. The royal court buzzed with the news, the king's orders sending shockwaves through the nobility. The Countess, once thought untouchable, was now under scrutiny, her dark secrets on the verge of being exposed. The king's decree was clear, no stone was to be left unturned in the search for the truth. What they found within the walls of Kaktish Castle would shock even the most hardened soul. The investigators, their faces pale with horror, uncovered a chamber of nightmares, blood-stained tools, remnants of unspeakable acts, and the echoes of the past filled the air. The truth, once hidden in the shadows, was now laid bare for all to see, a testament to the Countess's cruelty and the resilience of those who dared to speak out. Section 7. Truth or Treachery, Unmasking the Motives. The evidence against Elizabeth Bathory was substantial, damning even. Yet, questions linger. Was she truly the monster history portrays her to be, or was she the victim of a conspiracy, a pawn in a game of power and greed? Some historians argued that the accusations were fabricated, fueled by political rivals eager to seize the Countess's vast wealth and land. They point to inconsistencies in witness testimonies, to the lack of physical evidence directly linking Elizabeth to the crimes. Was the Blood Countess a fabrication, a scapegoat sacrificed on the altar of ambition? Section 8. The Corrupting Influence, Power, and Its Price. Whether Elizabeth Bathory was a victim of circumstance or a willing participant in evil, her story serves as a chilling reminder of the corrupting influence of power. Absolute power, it seems, corrupts absolutely. Did her privileged upbringing, her unchecked authority contribute to her downfall? Did the weight of her lineage, the pressure to maintain her family's status, push her toward the abyss? These are questions that continue to haunt us centuries later. Section 9. The Blood Countess's Shadow, A Legacy of Fear. Elizabeth Bathory's legend continues to fascinate and horrify in equal measure. Known as the Blood Countess, her name is synonymous with cruelty and terror. Her story has transcended time, becoming a dark chapter in the annals of history. She has become an archetype, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires and recounted in hushed tones. Her deeds, whether exaggerated or true, serve as a grim reminder of the depths of human depravity. But what is it about her story that continues to resonate so strongly, even after all these centuries? Is it the sheer scale of her alleged crimes, or the mystery that shrouds her life and actions? Perhaps it is the fear of the unknown, the darkness that lurks within the human heart. The idea that someone of noble birth could commit such heinous acts challenges our understanding of morality and evil. Or perhaps it is the enduring question of whether true evil is born or made. Are monsters created by their circumstances, or do they emerge from the shadows fully formed? Whatever the answer, Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess, remains an enigma, a chilling reminder of the monstrous potential that resides within us all. Her legacy is a testament to the dark fascination we have with the macabre and the unknown, a story that will continue to be told for generations to come.